Team, in this instance, anyone is able to approve the PO? In this instance, EHQJ instance,
No, sir.
anyone completed creating the purchase order approval?
So in my case, sir, I'm getting that error which I have
Yeah,
already.
okay. Okay.
I'm facing sir error.
But my purchase agreement I'm able to create and I can approve, not PO.
Purchase agreement you are able to approve.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
Yes, sir. Me too. Purchase agreements are getting approved. Only purchase orders are not getting approved.
What error you are facing, madam?
The same one, sir, that they they've shown conversion rate.
Ah,
Yeah, same error, sir. Currency conversion rate, something.
okay.
Sir, in my case, it is showing pending approval.
Yeah, when you
Status.
click on manage approval, it is throwing the error. And when you submit for the approval, it is showing pending for approval.
Yes.
Okay, yesterday I troubleshooted that issue. There is an issue with the SOA server. And I have loaded the conversion rates also actually, because in that error I see conversion rates issue also. That's why I loaded the conversion rates also, but the problem is not fixed. Actually, there is a synchronization between the functional setup manager. This is called as a functional setup manager setups. So here, if you go to procurement, and here, if you go to approvals, so here, whatever the rules that you create here, that rules will be reflected in the BPM page. Both should be on the sync. Okay. So here, let me open. Currently, this stage is enabled, and currently it's enabled for automatic approval here. Correct. And when you go to, let me open in under screen. Okay, the procurement itself, if I go to approvals, and if I go to BPM screen, and if I click on the task configuration, hope you remember I mentioned we can also configure approvals from here as well.
Yes, yes.
Yes.
Okay. So whatever the rules that you are creating here, it should be synchronized with that functional setup manager screen. Nothing but this screen. This is called as FSM screen. So FSM screen, and then this is SOA screen. So here, if I open the document approval, is nothing but PO approval. If I go to assignee, so here, all the different stages are there. The same stage is enabled here also. So here, currently, which is enabled? Parallel first responder. Okay, parallel first responder is enabled. Here also same enabled. Parallel first responder. Suppose if I go to the rule, here it is showing different rules. Here it is showing, you see here, it is showing only one rule is there, and this is the condition. This condition is nothing but always, one is one, and it is calling the supervisor hierarchy, you see here. So if you configure rules here, and if you configure, both should be in synchronization mode, but here that sync is missing. Okay. And this is one issue. And another issue also, I try to synchronize both these places by recreating, deleting the rules, again deploying, but it's not happening. And also, when we are submitting when you click on manage approvals, we are getting this error. if I break down this error, what I found is somewhere here, there is a conversion rate. Conversion rate does not exist between the functional currency, nothing but, and then USD. Actually, we are creating PO directly in the functional currency, only not in the USD. But still we are getting this error. That's why I loaded the conversion rates also. Whatever it may be, I loaded conversion rates. But even though it's not working. That's why I'm checking with all of you. If anyone issue with only one student or issue with everybody, issue with the application, I wanted to know. That's why I'm asking this question. Navina, you are also getting the same error?
Yes, sir, I got the same error.
So you see here, SOA. So this is SOA actually. This screen is a SOA screen. I mentioned this because of this SOA screen, it has a lot of performance issues also. So, problem with that SOA screen. And apart from this error, I did not find anything that we can understand to troubleshoot. But I see always, SOA in these errors. Actually, this instance, it's used to work PHQZ. Not sure why it's happening. Because I remember in the last batch, I used this instance only for the classes. I think for the 51. 51, I used EHQZ only. Because I intentionally used EHQZ because I wanted to verify myself whether everything is working properly or not. It's working properly. That's why I started giving this instance to the students. So that means none of you are able to approve the PO in this instance. Is that right?
Yes. Yes, sir.
Yes, yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
I'm in Harish login. He reported this issue to me.
Also, we cannot create the requisitions in this.
Yeah, requisitions you are not able to. That screen itself, it is not opening.
Mm.
Let me try with the purchase agreement. Some of you are saying that purchase agreement approval is working. I just wanted to try that. Go with the contract.
And one more problem I am getting, sir, in this case, while creating PO, I'm not getting my currency by default, though it is mentioned in that procurement business function. But when I'm creating agreement, I'm getting it by default.
I think there is some issue with your setups only because for Harish, the currency is getting defaulted.
For purchase order also.
Yeah, for purchase order also. Yeah, observed it.
Okay.
I'm checking the agreement. I'm creating a contract purchase agreement because it's easy compared to BP. In case of BPA, we should enter the line. It's working. It's working. Yeah, agreements are working. But we need PO. PO is important. Currency, you know, it's defaulting here itself directly. See here, see here.
Yes, yes.
Mhm.
So why in my case, sir, only in agreement I can see it is default, but not in PO?
Did you add currency in the procurement business
Yes,
function options?
yes, yes.
And then, troubleshoot them. Can you check the defaulting rules? Defaulting rules in the sense purchase document header defaults. So there you can observe payment and what is the first preference, second preference to default. For,
Okay.
for currency, what is the first preference, second preference? Please verify that.
Okay.
Then you'll understand from where the currency is defaulting.
Okay.
Same error. Only here I see currency conversion rate. The conversion rate does not exist between INR and USD. We are not creating a PO in USD. We are creating PO in INR itself. So it should not look for the conversion rates, because if you are creating in foreign currency other than functional currency, then it should look for the conversion rates. And others are also facing the same issue. Shishir, your issue is different. And
Yes.
others are also facing the same problem when you click on manage approvals.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Can you please, if you're confident, or you want to verify and confirm it?
So confident.
Soumya and
Yes,
anyone
sir.
else? Anyone else?
I'm facing the issue in manage approvals, sir.
Okay. You're creating PO in which currency, madam?
AED.
What is your functional currency? Nothing but ledger
AED.
currency.
AED, sir.
Ledger currency also AUD, yeah?
Huh.
Currently you're in Australia.
No, sir. UAE.
Currently you're in UAE, yeah? Okay. For your practice here, you have taken Australian dollar currency, yeah?
Dirham, AED, sir.
Okay, 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 understood. Harish, that is the problem, Harish. Problem with the SOVA server. Harish,
Sir.
you're on mute. Tell me, madam. Harish, can you hear me? I'm not able to hear you, Harish. Harish, you are on mute. T. Harish. Then what you people are doing, because in that instance PO approvals are not working, right? What you are doing, where in which instance you are practicing?
I'm using demo instance.
I'm using dev instance.
Do you have access to EKMK?
Yes.
The instance which I'm using?
No, sir.
No,
No?
sir, we don't have it.
Shishir, how you have the access of EKMK?
Sir, that is mentioned in that TXT file, sir. Login credential.
Learning portal? Huh?
Yeah. You have mentioned in class only last month.
Okay, I have mentioned in the class, it's available in the learning portal also,
Yes.
where you see the videos.
Not in, I mean, in that TXT, I mean, basic setup sheet, that TXT file which you create, sir, in the class.
Okay, understood. So
So,
this
it is
one,
yeah.
okay. In this notepad, did I mention the
Yes,
credentials of EKMK? Okay.
Yes. If you can just check it also.
Okay. Okay, so I see URL here.
Yes.
Okay, this is my login.
Yes.
Okay, you are using directly my login and you are directly
Creating
creating the
PO.
PO.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, team. So you can use this login itself, team. Okay. And I'll do one thing. I will assign so if you want, you can directly try with the PO creation and because on top of my enterprise structure, on top of my configurations, you can try. Or else in this instance, if you want to create your fresh enterprise structure, it's up to you. Okay. Okay, team.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Let me check whether this user is having the security console access. If not, I'll assign security console to this user. It's not assigned. Okay, I will assign security console access also to this user. Fine.
Yes, sir.
Harish, can you hear me now? Hey, Harish, you're on mute. I'm talking to you. This guy is daily chasing me, sir, about his issue, approval issue. Daily sending email and calling Padma. I spent almost 1 hour yesterday.
For approval related, sir, we can
Yeah,
practice
for-
easily on demo also.
For approval related only.
Yes, sir.
But I am totally busy actually. Even I did not submitted the bills to the insurance company for insurance claiming.
Okay.
It's almost 17 days since our discharge date. I should submit by this week itself. Otherwise, actually, they will say after discharge within 1 week we should submit. It's almost 17 days. I did not submitted those documents. I don't have for that 2-3 hours is required because I need to fill a lot of forms and then I need to calculate how much is for Form C and I need to break it down and I need to upload into the portal and some hospital signature seal is required on those documents. All those things are there. I don't have time to do that because 1 week I'm in the hospital and 5 days I went to Tirumala. So almost done with that 1 week and then 5 days, 13 days work is pending. Daily I'm busy. On top of this daily regular works, that 13 days work also is there. And this account is a business user account. And this guy is not having application implementation access. Okay. I'm also giving that application implementation access to this account, so that if you want, you can perform the configurations. Okay. And then I'm also giving the IT security manager role also, so that you are able to create your own account if you want. Okay, good team.
Yes.
Yes.
So this is the login. I'm also sharing in the chat. Okay, just copy it and keep it in your local machine. I may change the password later because it's very simple password. I may change it later and I'll let you know. Okay, when I change it. We are working on the sourcing module, right? We completed with creating the RFQ, and after the RFQ got created, as a supplier, we responded to that RFQ by providing the quotations, and we found which is the best quotation. And we have created the outcome also, outcome on that best quotation, nothing but we created purchase order. Now coming to the configurations of the sourcing module. Procurement and configure procurement business function options. So totally how many sections are there? In the configure procurement business function options, how many sections are there? 4. General section, purchasing section, consignment section, and the sourcing section. Okay. Now it's a time to discuss about the sourcing section. So here, when you are creating the RFQ from the procurement, I'm navigating to the negotiations. What is the role required? Category manager role is required. When I click on create negotiation, here, the negotiation type, whatever you see, that will be defaulted from here. Okay. So right now it is empty. Suppose what I'm doing is I'm selecting the RFQ. I'm selecting the RFQ. Negotiation style also, I'm selecting the standard negotiation. So whatever that you are entering here, that will be defaulted to your negotiation when you're creating. So just observe, negotiation type I selected as RFQ, negotiation style I select as standard negotiation, rank indicator. I think you know what is this rank indicator, right? Automatically, the responses that is received from the supplier is automatically ranked as first response, second response, nothing but based on the price. Okay. And I'm selecting 1, 2, 3 here, so that 1, 2, 3 get defaulted in the RFQ at the time of creation. And purchasing documents. So this is nothing but after this RFQ completed, outcome of that RFQ has to be created under which module? It has to be created under Fusion only, or the outcome nothing but purchase order or blanket purchase agreement or contract purchase agreement you are creating under any other application other than Fusion. So if it is Fusion, you select Fusion purchasing. If other than Fusion, you have to select export using the web service. That means the sourcing model you are using in the Fusion, but purchasing you are using in EBS, or maybe purchasing you are using in SAP, or purchasing you are using in some other Microsoft Dynamics. But here in our case, purchasing also we are using in Fusion only. So create purchasing documents in Fusion only. Enable weights in the requirements. Okay. And display requirement scoring criteria to the supplier. Okay. So let me just save it. whatever you are enabling and disabling, here that is defaulted to the negotiation. Okay. Let me again click on create negotiation. Now you see what is defaulted here. RFQ. Negotiation style as defaulted as standard negotiation. That is defaulted from here. Correct?
Yes.
And after clicking on the create button, so when you go inside the RFQ, in the overview, if you scroll down here, rank indicator 1, 2, 3 is there. So this is also defaulted from here. Suppose if you select best or trailing, it is defaulted best or trailing here. So best response 1, best response 2, it is indicated based on what? Price. Suppose if you want this best response 1, 2, 3, it is indicated based on the score also, you can select. That means whichever the supplier got the highest score, that supplier will become the rank 1 supplier. Okay. That is about the rank indicator. And enable weights in the requirements. This weights is nothing but yesterday we have added few questions. And for one of the question, we have added weightage. Okay. So this, if you enable here, this checkbox, this is automatically enabled here. Display that score to the supplier. So each question score, if you want to display to the supplier, you can display. So if you enable the checkbox here, this will also by default get enabled here. Okay. And auto-populate responses to predefined questions. It's a new checkbox which is released recently. Okay. Not sure about this checkbox. I think this is a recent addition to the product, I believe. Display rank in blind negotiations. Display rank in blind negotiations. Display best price in blind negotiations. Enforce supplier previous round price as start price. Enable negotiation. Okay, let me discuss about these 3 checkboxes. Do you want to enable approvals for every RFQ? Do you want to enable approvals? Yesterday we created one RFQ, but it's immediately published, right? Yes, Harish, both are same. Tender and negotiation both are same. Tender and negotiation both are same, Harish. So if you want to enable RFQ approvals, you have to enable this checkbox. Harish, if you're having any audio issue, please rejoin. Please rejoin.
Yes, sir.
So RFQ approvals, if you enable this checkbox, so after you create RFQ and if you submit for approval, it will go to the approver according to your rules that you configured. Okay. This is award approvals. Award approvals is nothing but we are identifying the best quotation, right? We are identifying the best quotation. During that time, also you can configure approvals. So currently these two are disabled. That's why our RFQ and our best quotation is automatically approved. I mean, we did not enable the approvals for it. And if you enable approvals for it, if I go to approvals, these are the 2 setups: negotiation approvals, negotiation award approvals. This is nothing but RFQ approvals. This is nothing but best quotation approvals. And if you open it, same. How you configure requisition approvals, few approvals, same here. Pre-approval stage is there, main approval stage is there, post-approval stage is there. And if you go inside, how you create the rules is same. But only the difference is conditions. The conditions are going to be different. Because here, based on the negotiation type, if you wanted to see the condition, you can see the conditions here. For requisition and for PO conditions are different, right? Similarly here also. If there is a backing, nothing but this is nothing but from the requisition, you can also create a RFQ. I'll show you. So earlier what we have done yesterday, we created directly RFQ, but from the requisition also we can create. I'll show you. So based on the negotiation type also you can configure approvals. Based on the negotiation currency, based on the negotiation style, and based on the negotiation type. Suppose if I select negotiation type here, so in case of RF file, suppose if it is RF file, we don't need that many approvals because we are just collecting the information, right? We are just collecting the information. There is no outcome for this. So no need to configure complex approvals here. Correct? So like this, conditions are different. So please explore those conditions. So currently we did not enable approvals for our negotiations. Now this is when you're creating the RFQ, we are entering the start price. So yesterday, if you remember, I think I entered 200 as a start price and 190 as target price. So what should be the starting price to provide the bid? I entered 200. So 200 is the start price. Suppose one of the supplier has provided the price as 160. That means he is able to deliver for 160. Then 160 will become the start price for the next suppliers. That 160, suppose if any supplier gives us the best price, suppose let us take one supplier has responded to us with 160, that 160 will become the start price for the next two suppliers to provide their response. If they're able to provide below 160, then only they're able to submit the response. More than 160, system will not allow. If you try to provide a quote more than the start price, system will not allow. Clear?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So this is in case of blind negotiation, these two check boxes. When we are creating the negotiation, there are two types of negotiations are there. Blind negotiation is there, sealed negotiation is there. So in case of sealed, buyers are not able to see the response till the closure date. After the closure date only. So here we have 30th is the closure date. After 30th only, we are able to open the responses provided by the supplier. We are able to see the information. In case of sealed. In case of blind, whenever we receive the response from the supplier, we can open it and we can see the response. Okay. So in case of blind negotiations, these two checkboxes are applicable. So display rank in the blind negotiation. Rank in the sense 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3 is there, right? After we receive the response from the supplier, rank 1, rank 2. Okay. You want to display that ranking? Yes. And you want to display best price to the blind negotiation. This best price is nothing but the previous supplier provided best price will be displayed to the next supplier. Okay. So this checkbox we yesterday discussed actually. If you enable this checkbox here, that will be enabled here automatically. So display best price to the supplier. Okay, clear? Any questions? I did not explain about this checkbox because I don't know. I think this is a new checkbox. Clear, team?
Yes, sir.
So this is one setup. And there are a couple of other configurations also there from the procurement. If I click on sourcing, suppose here if the sourcing is not displayed, that means, suppose in this list sourcing is not displayed, that means
Opt-in features is not
Opt-in.
enabled.
Very good, excellent answer. If this model is not enabled in the opt-in features, it won't display for the configuration. So from the sourcing, couple of configurations are here. I'll explain you them. Yeah, here you can see RFQ approvals and then award approvals. And so yesterday I'm opening the sourcing lookups. Under the sourcing lookups, this method of response is nothing but, so when submitting the surrogate response, we have selected how we received the response from the supplier. We received response, I think we selected fax right yesterday. We selected fax. So from the supplier, we received response through fax. So the drop down, it is coming from this LOV, from this lookup. Surrogate response, we received from the supplier through email or through chatbot or through fax or through print. So that is displayed from the lookup. Okay. And yesterday, when creating the requirements, nothing but when creating the questions, if you remember, we selected some predefined sections. Under the section, we added the question. Okay. What is the first section that we added? Financial section. Under the financial section, we have added a question called turnover. Do you remember, team, or you want me to open that RFQ?
Yes, sir. Remember.
Remember, sir.
Okay, and next section we added technical capabilities. These are the predefined sections. These predefined sections are coming from this lookup. It's coming from this lookup. Okay, so that's why what I have done is first I have explained you the RFQ creation process. Later I'm explaining the configuration so that you can easily relate. Okay, this setup we have used in the RFQ in that section in that place. You're able to easily relate. So if you want, you can add other sections also there. So this is line level predefined section. Line level predefined sections in the sense. In the RFQ at the line level, we have added a section called product specification. Under the product specification section, we have added what color options that you need. If I go to manage negotiations, NEG 1 is a negotiation that we created yesterday. Negotiation 1, that negotiation 1 numbering is generated from the procurement document numbering setup. And in the line level, and if I open the line number 1, if I open the line number 1, can you see here? Product specifications. So this section I have created yesterday. Okay, but here you can also use the predefined sections. So the predefined sections that is currently created here is, do you want to ask questions related to durability of the product or product specifications or warranty related questions or interior related questions? Okay. So this is line level predefined sections, line level. Clear, team?
Yes, sir.
So we discussed about first 3 lookups. Okay. And next, these 2 are related to another module, these 2 lookups. And suppose, and the 4th lookup, if I open, the sourcing module lookups starts with PON prefix, N stands for negotiation, PON. Okay. So the first 4 profile options you see, they starts with which prefix? PON. Okay. I'm talking about this profile option. So this profile option is nothing but here. We have not discussed about this topic. Today I will see based on the time available. I'll try to discuss this topic. So this is after receiving the response from the supplier, we can evaluate that response in 2 stages. That's why this is called as a 2-stage RFQ. This is called as a 2-stage RFQ. We evaluate the supplier in 2 stages. One is in the technical stage and another one is in the financial stage. Okay. So here, if you want, you can change the name. Suppose instead of financials, you wanted to name it as commercial stage, you can change the name. The name of the stages can be changed here. Okay. So this topic, the 2-stage RFQ, I'll cover today or tomorrow. Okay, team. That is about lookups. And another important configuration is negotiation style. This is most important configuration, negotiation style. So yesterday we created RFQ by using the standard negotiation. This one. What is this negotiation style? This style is nothing but basically not only here. If you see style in any other setups also, the style is nothing but the style is going to decide what sections you wanted to see. What sections? Suppose in case of RFQ, when you are creating the RFQ, you don't want requirement section to be displayed. You don't use a requirement section, disable it. You can disable it. That means when you are creating an RFQ by using this style, what will happen? Requirement section will be displayed? No. So basically configuring your section, whichever sections that you want, enabling them through the style. So like this, in the purchasing also style is there. In the purchasing also. That means in the purchase order, you wanted to see which sections that is configured from the style. When you're creating a purchase order, you can select that particular style. Okay. And if you want, you can change the names also here. Instead of RFQ, you wanted to add some other name, you can add here. Okay. And you can also write, it's asking to save the form. So you can also write some matter also here. Suppose if you select RFQ, so here you see cover page. And you can also add some requirements also directly here. So whatever you're adding here, that will be defaulted when you are selecting the style. Clear? Style is clear. And I wanted to use this style to create all the 3, RFI, auction, and RFQ. So using the style, the main important thing is which sections you wanted to have. You can enable or disable them. And here in this case, using the style, we can also alter the name, change the name, and we can also add some default content also, so which will be defaulted when you're creating the RFQ or auction accordingly. Negotiation style is important. Where we are selecting the negotiation style at the time of creating the RFQ. If I click on create negotiation, so you see here negotiation style. So currently we are using which negotiation style? The standard. This is actually predefined. If you want, you can completely create your own style and you can select that here. Good team?
Yes, sir.
This is important setup. Negotiation styles. So far I discussed about sourcing options in the procurement business function options, and I completed negotiation style, and I completed the lookups also. Okay. Next section is notification section. This notification section is nothing but when you are creating the RFQ, you can there are a lot of different notifications are there when you're creating the negotiation. The notification could be internal notification, or notification could be external notification. Suppose example, we are canceling the negotiation. We created a negotiation, but we are trying to cancel it. Okay, when you cancel a negotiation, do you want a notification to be sent to the suppliers or not? And when you are closing the negotiation early, actually you have given time till 30th, but you are closing early the negotiation. Do you want a notification to be sent to the suppliers? Yes, I would like to send a notification to the supplier in case of RFQ. So this is for the RFI and RFQ and auction. Yes, I would like to send a notification to the supplier in case of RFQ, in case of auction, in case of RFI. In all these three, if I close the negotiation early, I would like to send a notification to supplier. External is nothing but supplier. Okay. So these are internal notifications. When a negotiation is approved, when a negotiation is rejected, when a negotiation is opened, when a negotiation got extended, this is external notification. You're giving extra time to the suppliers. Do you want a notification to be sent to the supplier? Notification in the sense email notification. An email notification is sent to the supplier. Yes. Clear?
Yes, sir.
So next is the cost factors. Hope you remember yesterday, we have added cost factors to our negotiation. What cost factors we added? We added transportation cost and special packing charges. Suppose if you take our supply chain management course, suppose if I ask you to make the payment separately for cost and instance cost for learning portal. So those three are different costs, right? One is the cost, one is the instance cost, and the one is learning portal cost. Okay, I can create that as a list also. Let me create and show you. First of all, I'm creating the cost factors. I'm creating the cost factors. 53K, post cost. Okay, you want to charge per unit? No, it's a fixed price, right? I'm selecting fixed price. And I'm adding instance cost also. Instance cost is also 53K. I see instance cost. It is also fixed cost only, not per unit. Okay, I created two cost factors, and these two cost factors I'll create as a list. So here I'm going to create as a list. I'll create like this. 53K total course fee. Under the total course fee, I'm sorry, this is attribute list. I should create the cost factors list. Here is the cost factors list. Total course fee. And under this, the related cost factors you have done. Clear, team?
Yes, sir.
So this is about adding the cost factors, and whatever you can add individually. Suppose at the time of RFQ creation, you can add these two individually, or if you want, you can if you add the list there, automatically these two get defaulted. That is about cost factors list. Next, attribute list. This attribute list is nothing but we have asked a question related to the color of the product, what color options are available. Okay, so that sort of questions we can create here. Yesterday I was talking about one lady from the 51 batch, right? I think yesterday or day before yesterday, she got two offers. So her name is Lata. So these are her configurations. She's from 51 batch. This attribute list is nothing but, sir, where exactly this is useful? This is useful here, team. Attributes. So here we have added the question here manually, we have added, but we can create a list here. We can create a list of the questions here. Post details. And if you click on add predefined group, so these groups are coming from, these predefined groups are coming from which setup? Just now we discussed about this. Lookup. The predefined sections, the predefined groups are coming from the lookup. If you want, you can directly add a group here. Let me show you directly. I can add a group here. Or you can add predefined section also. Now you can click on add attribute and you can add your question here. What is the duration? Yes, response required. Response required in text. Yes. What's the duration? How many once instance provided? Okay. So this where you can select here. Okay. That is about the configurations team. So I just covered about negotiation style and how to create a cost factors and cost factors list and attribute list, and then sourcing lookups and notifications. So this is the setups. Any questions in the setup, please? Good? All good?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Here we completed this one, how to create RFQ. And this is a process, basically creating RFQ. After interrupt it is active and we receive responses from the supplier, identify best response, award the supplier. After the approval, create an outcome. So this is the flow actually. And yesterday we discussed about this one, standard negotiation. The first three topics we completed yesterday. So remaining topics we can complete by tomorrow. Today I will complete one or two topics. So by today and tomorrow we can finish remaining topics and we can discuss the procurement contract module day after tomorrow. So by day after tomorrow, by Friday, by Saturday, right? Yeah, we can finish the procurement. When is our batch started? What is our batch start date?
5th June.
Huh?
3rd June something. June 1st day, I think.
2 days was demo. So from I think 5th June.
Okay. 5th June to July, August, 2 months. For it is 2 months, right? More than 2 months. Suppose if we exclude that break that I have taken, close to 2 months. We have still order management. Order management, it will take 1 month. It will take from all power session and finish order management in 3 weeks. Order management, I am planning to take for 1.5 hour daily, 15-20 minutes extra.
Okay, sir.
Okay, team.
Okay, sir.
Okay, sir.
1 hour,
Okay,
15 minutes,
sir.
1 hour, 20 minutes extra
Okay, sir.
for 3 weeks. Okay, please adjust for 3 weeks. We can finish, and then I will plan one resume preparation session also in the middle. Okay, so I'll give you time. First of all, I'll explain you how to prepare your resume, and then later I'll give you time for 1 week. In that 1 week, prepare your resume, and then later we'll have a review session after 1 week. Okay, I'm creating. Sir, what is the difference between RFQ and RFI? I'll show you the difference. In case of RFQ, you see there, outcome is there. Okay, so you want to create a PO or you want to create agreement. What is the outcome you're selecting? But if I select RFI, you see, is there any outcome? No. Remaining process is same. Like if I click on create, the sections, everything same. Like cover page is there, and then overview is there. So here you have dates, negotiation controls, response rules, and you don't have requirements here. Requirements section is not there. Okay, it's not the requirement section. Requirement section, it is not there. It's because of the style. Because of the style. Okay, let me select a standard style. Let me select standard style. I'm selecting the RFI, and I'm trying to select a style, standard negotiation only. So if I click on create, you see here everything same, requirement, clients, contract terms, supplies, everything same like our RFQ. Only difference is outcome. Process is same. Okay. And auction also same thing. If I select auction here, I'm selecting the auction and I'm selecting the standard negotiation. Auction also same sections. But in case of auction, you see, response visibility is open. Why it is open? Because, in our real life also, what is meant by auction? So in case of auction, we invite everybody, right? We invite everybody. It's an open forum, and everybody announce their prices openly. It's conducted like an event. It's conducted like an event, and it is closed on the same day itself. Okay. So response visibility by default open. and remaining sections are same. Requirements, lines, contract terms, supplier review, same. In case of auction, only this is the difference. Response, visibility, open. Okay. Now, sir, a lot of sections are there. Every time, we need to fill that section. Not required. Not required. What we can do is we can create a negotiation template. We can create a template, and that template we can apply for the new negotiation. Suppose we created one negotiation, right? This negotiation itself, we can create as a template. Go to actions and copy to negotiation template. So from this negotiation, you can create a new negotiation by duplicating. You can create a new negotiation by duplicating, or you can create a negotiation template also. I'm creating a negotiation template. So whatever we entered in that negotiation requirements and everything, it is defaulted here. It is defaulted here. Okay. I'm simply saving and activating this as a template. Negotiation template. Asking to provide the template name. I created a template. Now I'm trying to create a new negotiation by using the template. Okay, I selected the template. If I click on create, then everything get defaulted from the template. Okay, requirements, cover page, and even line information also. Line information also defaulted. And if you go to suppliers, suppliers data also defaulted. Understood? So with the negotiation template, you can create negotiations very quickly. And negotiation template also, what we have done, by using the existing negotiation, we created negotiation template. And if you want to create a negotiation template from the scratch, you can create. Here it is. Main is negotiation templates. And this is what we created just now. If you want, you can create your own from here. You can fill everything one by one and create as a template. Getting? It's about the negotiation template, RFK and auction. So now I'll show you how to convert a requisition into negotiation. I'll show you this. We are creating negotiation directly, right? From the requisition also, we can create a negotiation. If I go to purchase orders, If I go to process requisitions, so after selecting the requisition, we click on add to document builder here. We click on add to document builder here. So by default here it is showing a new order, new purchase order. You can change that to new negotiation. What is the negotiation type? Negotiation style. And if you want, you can apply a template also here, the template that we just created, and you can create a negotiation from the requisition. Click on create. So requisition, negotiation. From the negotiation, we can create a PO, right? So this
Yes,
is
sir.
a negotiation. Okay. So tomorrow I'll cover two stage. Tomorrow I'll cover two stage RFQ. So with the two stage RFQ, we are done with the sourcing module. Only this is pending. We have seen what it template, right? Negotiation template we have seen. Tender template is nothing but negotiation template only. Tender and negotiation both are same. And surrogate response. And how to create RFI and auction. And how to create a requisition. How to create a negotiation from the requisition. So all completed. Only this is pending. Two stages. So two stages, it won't take much time tomorrow. It will take maybe 40 minutes time, and remaining time we can use for the Q&A. Okay.
Krishna
Any-
sir,
Huh?
I have a small request. For the
Tell me.
next week, 1.5 hour session, no, is it possible to start the session by 6:30? Because after 8 o'clock, we have our office work start.
Okay.
It's
6:30,
possible.
nobody wake up, madam. I'm okay. I'm okay to wake up at 5 o'clock also, but 6:30 nobody can wake up. It's too early for them. I'm okay actually. But,
Because after 8 o'clock, many people are working, no? Maybe office hours may start.
office hours are starting by 8:30, madam.
My work start.
Not 9 and 10.
No, my work start by 8 o'clock, sir. I'm extending for now, actually.
Okay. Okay, madam. We'll have the same time only. Okay, so let's plan this Saturday, 2-hour session. Saturday 2-hour session on order management.
Yes.
Okay, 7 to 9.
Okay, sir.
I'll cover like that. Okay. 7 to 9, 2 hours order management Saturday.
Thank you all. See you tomorrow. Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Bye.